What's up, YouTube? It's ZTAY, aka Lil Red. Today we're talking about the Denver Nuggets. Did the Warriors last video. If you guys didn't check that out, go check them out. But if you guys read the title of the video, these are my expectations for the Denver Nuggets going into the next season. I think the big story for the Nuggets in the offseason was losing Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They already knew they were probably going to lose him because he was going to get a big contract and they needed that money for that Jamal Murray extension, and they're still thinking about the future of the franchise. Obviously, the previous years, they lost Bruce Brown. I feel like a lot of people are talking about that, but like Nuggets fans, I feel like they just been over that. That ship has sailed. We're not worried about Bruce Brown no more. We see the Denver Nuggets fall to the Timberwolves in the playoffs, and like I was saying the entire year, and Nuggets fans know this, I'm really high in the Denver Nuggets, but I knew that their one weakness, and I'm not gonna say weakness because I don't like that word, because people just, they run with it, bro. They take what they think it means. They think they know exactly what I mean by it and run with it, and they think it's hatred. It's really not. And it's only just because you guys see this logo right here. I feel like people see this Lakers logo and they just think I'm gonna trash. Nah, when I talk about basketball, I put my feet in Nuggets fans' shoes or whatever team I'm doing, because I will watch this team as if I am a fan, unless they're playing the Lakers, so I can really see this team for what they are. Because I feel like when you are viewing it from a fan's perspective, you see a professional sports team in a different light. So that's how I'm going to be looking at the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets fans, you guys know I did a lot of reactions last year of the Nuggets, and I'm going to continue to do it this year because I'm very excited for the Denver Nuggets. And that is because this roster, let's get into it. Obviously, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, they won the championship. You know that duo is going to work. If it ain't broke, it don't fix it. And Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon are still there too. The starting five is basically exactly the same. Yes, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope left, Bruce Brown left, Reggie Jackson, well, yeah, he left too. But honestly, I don't even think any of that matters because Christian Braun has been waiting for this. Like, he's literally been developed for this moment, and he's finally stepping into that moment. And that moment, what I'm talking about is the starting lineup, or just a key part in this team. Because we're going to get to how I feel about the starting lineup in a second. But I really think it is time for Christian Braun to develop his game and really expand his role from being that player that's going to check in the game and have the most energy on the court. He's going to play the best defense possible. And at the same time, he's going to make clutch highlight plays. And that's basically what we've seen from Christian Braun so far to start his career. And now it is time for him to expand his role and step into a larger role player for the Denver Nuggets. Losing Caldwell-Pope hurts 100%. He was not only one of their best shooters to help out with their spacing, to help out with that two-man game with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, but he was he was the best perimeter defender on the team. But I think you could make an argument that Christian Braun was the second best. Obviously, there's Peyton Watson, but I feel like Peyton Watson really lives as a shot blocker and a rim protector. His interior defense, I think, passes his perimeter defense, which I think is actually really underrated. And Peyton Watson's a whole different name that we still got to talk about, because I think it's time for him to expand his role this season as well. Right here, it has the second projected depth chart: Russell Westbrook, Julian Strawther, Hunter Tyson, Peyton Watson, Dario Saric. It's a new look. Now, I think the Nuggets are really disappointed. Nuggets fans really disappointed because Deron Holmes, the second, got injured. I believe he tore his Achilles. It was his Achilles, right? It's been a minute since I went to Summer League. But yeah, I think he was his Achilles. And he's going to be done for the season, bro. So that hurts a lot because I feel like they were really banking their season on drafting him as a backup big. But I think signing Dario Saric just should get rid of all Nuggets fans' worries, because Dario Saric is a really good player. I think the only downside that I've seen from Dario Saric last season is sometimes he presses too much. Meaning, if he has some glimpse of success, I think he tries to regain that feeling and kind of forces his way to do it, when sometimes he just needs to fall back into the role that the team needs. That's what I seen from him last year. And honestly, I don't know if that's going to happen this year again. And that is just because of Nikola Jokic. And that's who we're talking about right now. Because so often, Let's talk about the rosters and the pieces, if they fit together. You know, that was my criteria about really my expectations for the Golden State Warriors. But I'm not gonna lie, the Nuggets don't have that problem when it comes to their starting lineup. They have continuity together. They literally won a championship together. Yes, Caldwell Pope is in the starting lineup, but Christian Brown, let's not act like he wasn't a big part of that championship run for Denver. There's no worries in my head that Christian Brown is going to be in the starting lineup. Like, I'm not afraid that he's not ready, because I know he is. And a lot of people I seen trying to put Michael Porter Jr. in trade talks because they think the Nuggets are missing a piece. But no. Let's not overreact. I think the mainstream media believes they're missing a piece, but we, meaning I, watched the Nuggets throughout the regular season last year. And I know that Michael Porter Jr. is the best scorer on this team. Yes, of course, there's Jokic, who can score at will if he wants to, but he won't, because he knows that is not going to win a game, and he's got to get everybody else involved. Obviously, there's Jamal Murray. Yeah, he probably might be the best scorer. But in my opinion, Michael Porter Jr. is so valuable to this team. And so many people think of Michael Porter Jr. and automatically just assume three-point shooter. 6'10" three-point shooter doesn't pass. No. Michael Porter Jr. is way more than that. This man is an offensive walking bucket. That's the best way to describe it, all right? His defense is not the best, but I've seen Michael Porter Jr. be an actual really good rim protector. So when I say his defense, maybe his perimeter defense, he's a little bit slow, I feel like, moving laterally. But I think his interior defense is actually really underrated. I've seen him get some blocks, like some really nasty blocks too. So don't sleep on him and just say that he's just an offensive player. I think that he can improve his perimeter defense. Maybe through, I don't know how he does that, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about his strengths, and that is scoring the ball. I actually did a breakdown of the Nuggets during the season, and I titled the video, "The Timberwolves Are the Denver Nuggets' Weakness." And in that video, they guarded Michael Porter a certain way, and that was trapping him off of every single action, every dribble handoff, every off-ball screen. They're coming up and trapping him and just rotating behind it, because they know Michael Porter Jr. does not look to pass. When he catches that ball, there's one thing on his mind, and that is, I'm going to score right now. When Jamal Murray catches the ball, he's not always thinking that, although sometimes I think he does, and I don't want to see that from Jamal Murray, to be honest. As good of a scorer as Jamal Murray is, I need to see him as a better playmaker going into next year if the Nuggets are going to have success. Because I feel like in that Minnesota series, which I'm going to keep going back to, because that's what's laying fresh in everybody's mind going into the season, and that is real. Trust me. We've seen how the Lakers dealt with losing, getting swept, and then the next season how we struggled against the Nuggets, because it carries on. Everything that happened from last season in the playoffs especially is going to carry on into the next season, which is why you've seen the Kings beat the Warriors in the play-in this year, because everything carries on. All right, so that is why I'm saying Jamal Murray needs to be a better passer, because in that Timberwolves series he made so many wrong reads, and it was so hard to watch. It was so hard to watch as a basketball lover, and I'm sure Jokic fans were not really happy with it either, because Michael Porter Jr. was doing the same exact thing. Those two are the most valuable players to this team right here. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. We all know what Aaron Gordon is going to bring. I don't care about, is he going to shoot consistently in the corner? I don't care about any of that, because I know exactly what he brings to this team, and that is spacing. You can't double with another big or the low man to Jokic. You can't double him, which is what you want to do. That's the only way to stop it. That's why Darvin Ham said so long, I don't know what to do. Because they got Aaron Gordon roaming on that baseline in the dunker spot, waiting for them to come up with Jokic on the elbow, and he's throwing the lob. We know it. We know that's literally the Nugget system. Get Jokic to the elbow, Gordon's on the dunker spot, and then we got, guess what? Porter spacing the floor on the other corner, wing, doesn't matter, other side of the floor, the spacing's cleared out. It's just a two-man game. We often see Jamal Murray and Jokic dribble handoff at the top, and then guess what? Pocket pass, because they got to be up on the screen, because Jamal Murray is a really good scorer coming off a screen, and now Jokic is getting that thing. You have to rotate off of him, and guess what? I don't care. I mean, maybe I think that's why the Timberwolves won, but so many teams don't have the personnel to rotate from the wing down to the dunker spot against an athlete like Aaron Gordon. So most of the time, he's just the best lob threat in the NBA at this point. There are some centers that I could think of. I don't know. I would say Clint Capella, but I've seen him struggle recently. Okay, we're not talking about the Hawks. We've seen Derek Lively's a good lob threat. But honestly, I think Aaron Gordon is still the best lob threat in the league. It just comes in a different style. He's not the primary screen setter. Most of the time, he's usually the guy that is being helped off of and then gets thrown the lob by Jokic. I'm talking way too much. We all know what the hell they're going to do. My expectations. Let's get to my expectations. Well, if you guys haven't watched the standings video, you could go watch that video, bro. I basically... if you know, fifth seed, I think I said fourth seed, fifth seed. All right, that's my expectations for him. And that is not because I think the Nuggets are going to be bad. I just think that I actually think the Nuggets are going to be exactly the same how it was last year. Like exactly the same. I expect them to have similar success to last season. Like exactly the same. They might go through ups and downs. We're going to get into the schedule in a second. But they added Russell Westbrook. We haven't even talked about Russell Westbrook. Bro, it's just like, I'm not even going to talk about Russell Westbrook. Deadass. I'm not going to talk. I don't want to have expectations for Russell Westbrook. So I don't have expectations for Russell Westbrook. We'll see what we get from him. Julian Strawther, I actually do have expectations for him. I'm expecting a big season from Julian Strawther. I'm expecting him to get at least 15 minutes per game. This is his time to develop because they lack that in guards on the bench. Now, a lot of people, maybe some casual fans, probably don't even know who Julian Strawther is because he didn't play that many minutes last season. But we seen that when he got those minutes, he had very big flashes. Now, of course, there was no consistency, but nobody expects a rookie or a young player to have consistency this early on in their career. We've seen it with Victor Wembanyama. Anybody, bro. I don't care. It's just a known thing. Julian Strawther, I think, is going to have a great season. There's going to be ups and downs with Russell Westbrook and Julian Strawther. Hunter Tyson's literally Michael Porter Jr.'s twin. And they don't look the same, but they play exactly the same. Hunter Tyson is literally there to just get buckets, to shoot. Hunter Tyson's a really good floor spacer. So yeah, for the people that don't know Hunter Tyson, he is literally just going to spot up and hit every single three. Maybe even run off some screens. He's a really good shooter, which is why I think, I don't know if he's going to actually be getting minutes like this. But, well, hey, who knows? Who knows? This is just the projection, okay? We got to still look at these guys right here. Because I'm looking at one of them, Trey Alexander. Summer League, Trey Alexander looked like a bucket, all right? And I think that's what the Nuggets are going to need. They already have a bucket, Michael Porter Jr. I think Hunter Tyson could kind of be like a Duncan Robinson maybe. And they have Julian Strawther, who's a bucket getter, if you don't know. But other than that, you wouldn't really assume anybody on this team outside of Jamal Murray to be really a bucket getter. And I think they're going to need that outside of Jokic when Jokic comes out. Because we've seen last year, that's when the Nuggets struggled the most. When Jokic came out, and Murray came out, like there was nothing, bro. It seemed like you were just praying that Reggie Jackson had his one good game out of the 10 next games that you play because he wasn't really consistent either. And outside of Reggie Jackson, there was really no scoring on this bench. I mean, you had Christian Brown and Peyton Watson, but they were not primary scorers. I think they are better complementary pieces, and which is why I think this year they will use them as such. You replace Reggie Jackson with Russell Westbrook, that is huge, bro. I don't care. This is the best fit for Russell Westbrook because he's been trying to find a place to play the way he knows he can play. Play freely, which is why when he became the sixth man for the Lakers, we've seen so much success from him. I remember when we first moved him to the bench, it was like, damn, Russell Westbrook's playing like Russell Westbrook again. And that is because he needs the freedom. And this is the one team that said, hey, bro, maybe the Warriors too. But hey, bro, on the bench, we just need anything we get. Like, we're scrapping for any type of success from any of our players. Reggie Jackson, please. Nah, DeAndre Jordan, please. Like, bro, their bench and Zeke Naji just... My bad, I didn't even do that. Zeke Naji just, he's kind of a disappointment, bro. Okay, all right, let's take a breath. Really look and see everything I have in front because I feel like I'm rambling for a little bit. Maybe you guys like this. I don't know. I do want to spend a good amount of time just like to connect with some of the fan bases that I do love a lot on this channel, not in general. And on this channel, all the Nuggets fans that support ZTAY, I love you guys for real. So I'm taking the time. I'm excited to watch the season with you guys, and yeah, let's get into their schedule. Just kidding. Let's talk a little bit more about this and then get into the schedule. What else we really got to talk about? I mean, Peyton Watson. Okay, listen, Nuggets fans, if you guys haven't checked out my reaction to Rusty Buckets, I go literally 30 minutes. You guys want to hear him out ramble about this roster? Go check that video out right now, bro. Like, you guys enjoy it. But let's get to the schedule. All right, we're going to go through this thing together. We're not really looking at preseason. All right, first game of the year, they got the Thunder. Oh, that's tough. All right, Nuggets fans, this might be one of the best games all season, or it might be one of those games where as a fan, you're going to get real frustrated. Because in my opinion, I'm very high on the Thunder. If you guys don't know, I think the Thunder are going to be the best team in the West and the entire NBA. Like, I really high on the Thunder. And I think this is going to be a great test for the Nuggets. Obviously, I think Jokic can overpower Chet, but now they got Isaiah Hartenstein, so it's going to look a lot different because Isaiah was mostly in the Eastern Conference, and I think him moving to the West is going to be a different look for Jokic. And I'm not saying, I think it's just going to slow him down a little bit. It's still Jokic. He's going to do his thing. And they lost Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and this is the first big test of the season because they're going against a top 3 player in the league in SGA. And then you got a whole bunch of scoring outside of that. I think the Nuggets might lose their home opener this year, and we'll see how it goes. But then they play the Clippers, and the Clippers are just one of those teams where it's like, you never know. Honestly, I think the Nuggets might, they have 2 tough games to start the season. So 2 very tough games, but the good news is they are at home. And for all Nuggets fans wondering if you should buy tickets for the home opener, yeah, do it, because man, that's going to be a good one, and they're going to need you guys. Raptors, Nets, easy wins, okay? These are chemistry builders. These are times for Trey Alexander to get some run. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Timberwolves, Okay, guys, we got the Timberwolves coming up early, November 1st. So we're out of October already. Just kidding. We got the Nets, too. Forgot about them. Jazz, Timberwolves, Raptors. The Timberwolves game November 1st in Minnesota. This is going to be a big swing game of the season. I'm not necessarily saying you need to win this game, but you need to see something different from this team when you're playing the Timberwolves, all right? Because it's going to be in Minnesota. It's going to be bumping. Jazz, Raptors, easy games. So it feels like the Nuggets are getting very tough games, and then boom, they get a little break. So that's good. I think this is like the perfect way to start a season, is you want to get tested, but then you want to just chill out and then like, hey, let's see if this stuff works against a more chill opponent. So I think it's so far set up pretty good. Then you got the Thunder, Heat, Mavericks. That's going to be 3 very tough games right there. And then the cup starts. Pelicans, Grizzlies back-to-back. This is going to be a fun part of the season right here. The Grizzlies back-to-back at the Nuggets. Zach Edey versus Nikola Jokic. If Zach Edey stays healthy that long. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Mavericks, Lakers, Knicks. This is a tough part of their schedule. Early November, mid-November is looking like it's kind of rough. And then they get the Jazz, Clippers, and Warriors. So those are a little bit easier. And then the Cavs, kind of tough, especially for the Nuggets. I think they actually match up with the Nuggets really good because of Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley. And then you got the Wizards, Hawks, Trail Blazers. So once December starts, it's going to chill out a little bit. Obviously, we got the cup and everything. But honestly, the cup schedule don't look, yeah, it does kind of look tough. Grizzlies, Mavericks, Pelicans are kind of tough. And then you get the Warriors. They got a tough cup schedule. But then once we get into December, we got the Cavs, Wizards, Hawks, Trail Blazers, Pelicans, and Suns. Those are all kind of easy, winnable games. But the Suns, you got them back-to-back. This is going to be another huge swing in the season because you're going against one of the league's best. And in my opinion, the Suns and Nuggets going to be right there in the standings. Literally 4th and 5th. Those were my predictions. So these games on Christmas Day too. Christmas Day in Phoenix. Nuggets versus Suns. That looks like a lot of fun. Cavaliers. All right. Pistons, Jazz, Hawks. Great little stretch to end December and go into the new year. So it's going to be a lot of fun during Christmas time for the Denver Nuggets fans. January, we got the Hawks to start new year. All right, this is a good test for them, but I think they could win this game, easily winnable game. Then we got Wemby versus Jokic. And honestly, we've seen the Nuggets lose to the Spurs at the very end of the season. And I think the Spurs got so much better this year. These back-to-back games right here are going to be very tough. And then they got the Celtics right after that and Clippers. This is very tough. So it looks like to start January, in my opinion, they might struggle a little bit. But then they got the Nets and Mavs back-to-back games. Rockets, Heat, Magic, 76ers, Kings, Timberwolves. Wow. Okay, to start January is when the schedule starts getting really, really tough for the Nuggets. Last season, it seemed like it was the exact opposite. The first half of the season, Nuggets got all of the hard teams on their schedule. And then the second half, I feel like they played the Blazers every single night. And the Jazz a lot too. So yeah, second half of the season, right before All-Star break. It's not really second half of the season. First part of the next year in 2025. Right before the All-Star break, they're going to get tested. Bulls, little decent break game. But then you got the Knicks, 76ers. Back-to-back on the road. New York to Philly. That's going to be tough too. Because it looks like you only get 1 day of rest. And then you got the Hornets. And now we're into February. So February, Pelicans. Magic, Suns. That's very tough games right there. But honestly, I think that the schedule is really kind of spaced out good. So like they don't play too many hard teams in a row. Like they get a mid or bottom tier team mixed up in there with them. So I don't think it's too bad. Like I think it's going to help them find a rhythm. And I think the schedule is really built good for them if they could survive the beginning of January, because January looks very tough for them. But then the Blazers, Hornets, Lakers, Pacers, Bucks, these are really 3 very tough games right here. And then the Pistons, Celtics. So you go from playing the Pistons in Detroit, getting used to how they play, and then you go to Boston and have to play them. That's tough. But you get a little break in between. And I also got to pay attention to home games, road trips. Road trips are so big in the NBA and people overlook them. So often there's a road trip that's very hard on the team and it's like you're guaranteed to lose. But yeah, we're at 21 minutes. So let's get through this damn schedule. Kings, Suns, Thunder, Timberwolves, Lakers, Wizards, okay. Warriors, okay. Lakers, okay. Blazers, okay. It starts getting a little bit weaker. But then it goes Rockets, Bulls, Bucks, Jazz, and Timberwolves, Spurs, Warriors, Pacers. It's actually not too crazy to end the season. Now, right here, this was a tough little stretch, though. Celtics, Kings, Suns, Thunder, Timberwolves, Lakers is not fun. So the beginning of March, good luck. And when I'm as a Lakers fan saying good luck, we got JJ Redick now. Hey, maybe we got a different scheme for your ass this year, Nuggets fans. But then the Wizards, Warriors, Lakers, they'll probably win this game, even though it's in LA. Blazers, Rockets are tough. Don't sleep on the Rockets, Bulls. So yeah, end of March is gonna get real good. This is the playoff push for the seeding and everything. So I think, hey, if they gotta survive. What did I say? Well, you guys remember what I said? I think it was the beginning of January, the end of February looked like the 2 toughest stretch for the Nuggets, and then they got a couple decent games to close it out. Pacers, Kings, Grizzlies, and they end on the road versus the Rockets. My expectations are they're going to be the 5th or 6th seed in the West, maybe the 4th seed, depending on how good the Suns are and the Kings. But yeah, other than that, hey, this is my expectations for the Denver Nuggets. And by the way, I might actually fly to Denver this year and go to Ball Arena and watch a game. And that is because my girlfriend lives out in Denver now. So, long distance stuff, gives me a chance to go see her and everything. Plus her school is literally, campus right on Ball Arena. I was there about a month ago, Nuggets fans, and I took the train right by Ball Arena. So I'm actually excited. I already told her we're going to a game this year. I'm not wearing my Lakers stuff though. Damn sure ain't wearing no damn Nuggets stuff, but I'll wear some like NBA. I'm gonna literally wear incognito fit. Nobody's even gonna know who the hell I am just because I don't have none of this gear on. So if y'all want to link up, hey man, hit me on the Twitter. Actually, I probably don't want to link up in person if I'm with my girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, man, Nuggets fans, hey, I really do love and appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't, go check out the Patreon. This year, we're gonna be doing our breakdowns on the Patreon because YouTube wants to block everything. If you guys don't remember, I did the Timberwolves and Nuggets breakdown. They literally made me cut half the video out because they just want to block everything, even though there is no damn audio or anything in there. So yeah, go check the Patreon out for reactions this year. I also got a new draw key so I can now draw on the screen and everything. Breakdown's gonna be a lot of fun, so tap in. We're gonna enjoy our film sessions together. Become a Little Red member, man. Love you guys. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and if you guys haven't check out that Rusty reaction and my standings prediction. I forget. I probably recommend something else. Universe will find you.